Duckbricks, and welcome to our second live stream of the day. My buddy Jake is over, and we are going to be building some Lego Technic sets together. Now, I am going to go on my computer and confirm that we are, in fact, live. It still says waiting for Duckbricks on my end, so this may not be live. I'm going to refresh it. Okay, no, we are live and rolling. So, over the stream, we are going to be putting up a vote for what we should build. Now, we only have 2 hours. I'm going to type that in the chat. I'll just say, it looks like folks are just coming in. So, hey, y'all, we have about 2 hours of building and chatting planned for this session. You can see all the sets here. A vote will be held to pick which set to start with. I think that I'm pretty limited on my voting options, so I'm going to start a poll and just start with the biggest ones because I feel like people will want to see some of the bigger sets. I'll also be trying to answer some questions when I can, and Jake will be here as well, so I'm going to start a poll. What should we build? Thank you, Jake, for filming. We've got the... I'm just going to simplify it. I'm not going to type the entire names. We're going to do the helicopter, Volvo hauler. We have the race car. I'll just call it the race car. And what are the other big ones? Material handler?
Material handler. Claw machine.
We only have 4 options. So I'm going to ask those 4 because I think people are going to want to... Maybe people are going to want to see the Bugatti. I'll say, in the race car section, I'll do one of the 2 race cars. Bugatti or McLaren. Okay. Oh, that's too much, Gareth. Okay, ask my community. Okay, so a poll is up for folks to choose. We already have 15 people already, and we have started streaming seconds ago. So thank you for tuning in, and we are going to see what people pick for us to build. I'm going to let this kind of stay on here for a little bit. I mean, probably we just started the live stream, so what do you think, Jake? Like
5? Wait until the 5-minute mark?
5-minute mark.
It's another 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, while we're doing that, we can take a look at what sets we have. So first off, this is set number 42145, the Airbus H-175 Rescue Helicopter. This is actually motorized, so it doesn't have batteries. We can go get them. You can turn it on, and the propeller blades will actually spin, which is really cool. I've been really looking forward to building this, actually.
You're telling me they rescued that helicopter?
They did. There's a man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Hey, build the rescue helicopter to get him out. Well, this is not quite the Lego City rescue helicopter. It's a little bigger, but that is one of them. We've already got 25 people in. Wow, thank you all for popping in so quickly. Volvo Articulated Hauler here, which is one of the flagship Technic sets. This is actually app controlled, so it is a very, very big set. We will not finish this in 2 hours by a long shot, but it is a huge set. We could start it during the stream, and it is fully app controlled, all motorized. You can control basically every aspect of it, so that's very cool. We've got this little guy here, just a little telehandler. Probably won't be starting with that, but you know, it's there. Next up, we have a couple of smaller sets. We have the John Deere tractor and one of the newest 2023 Monster Jam trucks, which we can see 2 of them right here. I do really like that Dragon one. And then we have the McLaren Formula One car. This came out, obviously, as you can see, in 2022, in March of 2022. I've been really excited to build this. I bought this on day 1 when it released, and I literally just haven't had time to build it, so that's another great one. Next up, we have the Material Handler. This is, honestly, one of the most overpriced Technic sets. I think this was like $90 for, it's not that big compared to a lot of other Technic sets. It is so really cool, though. It has the big claw, and it is actuated by all sorts of different pistons and pneumatic systems here, so that definitely added to the price. And then we have a couple of sets here. This is the new 2023 Bugatti. This is a $50 set, so this is a very easy one to finish in a short time. And here is a custom, all-terrain vehicle. It's not really based on any existing car, but that came out last year in 2022. So these are all of our options. Again, we are giving the poll 5 minutes to choose. There are now 30 folks in. Now, the race cars seem to be winning pretty significantly so far. We've got 22 votes in. Now, folks can maybe decide, we may need to do a follow-up poll, which race car we want to start with. But I'm assuming folks want us to do the big one, but we'll see what people want to see. What is my opinion on Amazon Ancient Ruins? One of the best adventure sets, for sure. I love that set. Is that a new pullback logo? Is it a new pullback logo? I can't tell
Where?
if that's it's on the Monster Jam ones. I can't tell if that's different from the pre. Actually, I'm pretty sure that it looks a little different. I'm not super well versed in the differences between the pullback logos, so I'm not quite sure if that's a new one. Lots of folks are voting for the big race car. So it's been 3 minutes since the poll's up, so we'll give it 2 more minutes, then we will start building here. But yeah, we have lots of options. Well, with me here, I've got my buddy Jake, and we're gonna do a buddy build. Jake, what do you want to build? What do you think is cool here?
Oh, I'm a fan of the race car builds. They look, I don't know, something about how low and flat they are kind of works really well with my, I don't know, understanding of how Technics fit together. I feel like it would be fun to just roll those around. The helicopter looks cool, but I don't know, spinning and batteries sounds sort of complicated in a way that that's
But those
too
are
much for
not.
me. I'd like just 4 wheels and
The nice flat plastic
Okay.
chassis.
So there is actually some debate in terms of the chat going on whether we should build the big race car or the small one. It's been up for 4 minutes, and the race cars are winning at 41% of the votes. Helicopters got 33, haulers got 11, and material handlers 15. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the poll and make folks choose between the 2 race cars.
These folks don't want to see any material get handled.
No, they do not. Well, the Volvo hauler is the lowest one, so that they actually don't want to see things get hauled.
Oh, no hauling, no handling.
Yeah, but
H
either
verbs are out.
flying or racing. They want to see. So I'm going to end the poll. It's been almost 5 minutes.
Yes, the flying helicopter, the Lego fully functional flying rescue helicopter.
And we're going to do another one. I'm going to put in the McLaren Formula One. We have the Bugatti Bolide.
905 pieces. That's gonna 2 hours.
Oh, we'd finish that in
Yeah.
like an hour.
Can the helicopter also save people? Yeah, it's a rescue helicopter. Come on. What would this? Why would Lego design a helicopter if not for saving people?
Of course. They would never make a flying Technic vehicle that was made for any purposes other than saving people, and certainly nothing that the military would ever use. Certainly not. No, not ever. It's not like, I mean, if we come over here, listen, while folks are voting, this is a very, like, when you see something like this, it's got blue rescue stickers. Folks rescue people. America rescues many people by sending people in these vehicles. I mean, we're the heroes. We're the good guys. We rescue lots of people by sending our brave American troops in vehicles like these.
Rescue troops. Rescue troops.
Exactly. Oh, man. Anyways, back to the choices here. We have... Whoa, okay. Well, now the helicopter's winning by a lot. I'm confused. People voted for the race cars, but now the helicopters are winning. Maybe because we were talking about avionics and, like, the flying vehicles, but...
To be clear, it doesn't fly. I don't want to be misrepresenting the truth here, folks. The helicopter isn't gonna fly when we put the batteries in it.
Well, no, yeah, it's not gonna. What Lego set does fly, like Air Jitsu maybe, but not like. Of course, it's not gonna fly. The rotor rotates. That's all. It moves.
It's called a rotor, not a flyer.
Is this okay? This is a battery box one and not an app controlled one. That's good because I don't like the app controlled stuff because those are going to get outdated pretty quickly. Yeah, you know what? The helicopter's winning by a good margin. I think we should just get started because we only got 2 hours, 1.5.
All right.
So let's just get started and start the build. So are we set up to go? Jake, if you don't mind clearing off the other boxes, and we are going to focus in on the helicopter itself. Actually, you know what? What we'll do here is I'm going to move the position of the camera so we can actually get a full view of both of us building. We're going to put this right here. And yeah, you don't need to put them on the floor. Just like set them aside. And yeah, that looks pretty good. They can see what we're building. And we also have a pretty good view of the comments here. My computer battery is actually, I may need to plug in my computer pretty soon to track the comments. I'm going to be really sad if like the next time I look at the computer and it's like all the votes are on the race car. But, oh. Okay, so that barely...
That's why we set a deadline. You can't.
That is. Now the helicopter's winning by a lot. Exactly. America rescues people by dropping a few tons of liberty on their country. That's what we do. So Lego is very anti-war. They do not make vehicles of destruction. They make vehicles of rescue. And that's exactly what we do. Okay, so let's crack this up. So I don't even know. We may need to build two things simultaneously. Okay. Because I don't know if this is going to be even possible for us to build at once. In that case, you could build probably the Bugatti by yourself, and that way we would have both a race car and a helicopter.
And the people would be happy.
They would be happy.
Rejoice.
Yeah. Because we've got 31 votes in out of the... How many people are even on right now? Out of the 38. So, like, most people on have voted. Wow. And it was helicopter, 58%, and then the rest were split up from there. So, let's...
Big rules.
Yeah, let me set up this thing here. Yeah, this is a good view. So I'm gonna put the box here where it's in view of the camera. And I'm just gonna we're gonna stand here and build. Okay, so let's see here. Got the instructions, the stickers. I'm going to rotate this so we can see the chat as well. I'm going to end the poll because we've already gotten 35 votes and that was it. Hello and greetings from Poland. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, it's okay if you stay in the Discord if you're under 18, just like be mature. That's the only reason why the rule's there. Jake, we have 50 people watching right now.
50 people watching.
We have been streaming for 10 minutes.
Wow.
So this is exciting. Okay. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you enjoy this stream. The serious chicken has returned. Yes, he has. So, do you think that we can finish this in 2 hours or 1.5 hours?
1.5 hours, 2,000 pieces. That's a lot of pieces for 1.5 hours.
It is a lot.
I gotta say.
How many was Bowser?
24, 28.
Ooh.
We had to take breaks. We were 144, but that was.
We were going fast.
That was,
and we were building simultaneously. It's kind of hard for us. Yeah, I'll get the bag once. It's kind of actually, Jake. Do you think we can build simultaneously at all?
I can organize. I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I think this is gonna be faster than.
Okay, I'm gonna open these. Can you get the battery box out?
This is a totally. One bag entirely devoted to the blue
pins,
double long pins. Look at that. I'll leave the bag partially closed.
Oh, that's okay. You can just put it here.
No, you don't want those all the way out.
I don't.
I mean, I wouldn't. That seems like they just get.
Are these all the bag ones? Oh no, that
there might also be this one.
This one, yeah.
Okay.
You just want to pour that right here.
I'll get.
All good. All right, let's start. So I'm gonna try to actually go fairly quickly here to focus up. Oh, can Jake be seen? Oh, I'm zoomed in. I think you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're all good.
I'm gonna zoom in on the chat though, so I can actually read the chat and not just look at ourselves. Now that we know it's on screen. Okay. I don't know, Jake. I really think that you might be. You don't want to build the Bugatti?
Let's focus on one at first, and if this doesn't go well, we can change it up. But
okay.
I think doubling up with pieces laid out, that's going to be real risky.
Okay. Have I got any plans for when I reach 100K subscribers? Yes, I do. We have a lot of fun stuff planned, don't we?
Yeah, there's supposed to be well, is it announced yet? Maybe I should.
It has been basically announced. You can tell them all what it is.
Lego Tour Part 2, a total retour of the updated Lego collection.
And an entire Lego city that should be built by the time we reach 100K. I'm going to be honest, it's been going up far faster than I thought it would be. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about that.
No.
Thank you all for subscribing. Let's get to 100K.
But if some of you unsubscribe.
No. You're like the anti-YouTuber. You're telling them to unsubscribe.
Dislike and unsubscribe now, folks.
Oh.
No. They would never do that.
Yeah. What will be the next Retold series? I would like to do Hero Factory because Hero Factory had a much more complex lore than Bionicle did. Or no, sorry. Hero Factory had a much more complex lore than most people who are Bionicle fans realize. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and build at the same time. That was not what I meant to say. But Hero Factory actually had books written by Greg Farshdi, Bionicle author, and that had actually a lot of complex stuff going on. So I would like to do Hero Factory retold. I'd like to do Legend of Chima retold. It might be... I mean, Ninjago retold will finish, like, I think August of this year, so... I may start Chima because it is Chima's 10th anniversary, but we'll see. Actually, Jake, one thing that you could do is read the comments and ask me the questions that they're asking me. Oh, you can. Can you see them? From
yeah.
You
Okay.
can stay here. And like, you don't need to ask me every question. Just like whichever ones make the most sense to you. And if people
almost lost half his subs right there. Yeah, no, it's tough out here when I heckle Chris on his own channel. That's he gives me a lot of power in coming on here and being able to tell you folks to everyone unsubscribe.
No, stop saying that. They're actually gonna do.
No, they would never do that. Random, have you ever seen / built a set that was missing pieces?
Yeah, I mean, out of the many years I've been building Lego, there have been several sets that have been missing pieces. The good thing though is that Lego's customer service is so good that if you're missing anything, they will send it to you, no questions asked. Don't abuse that service though, because then that will cause them to make it go away. But pretty much like if you're missing anything, you just tell them, like, doesn't matter what it is, and they will send you not only that for free very quickly, but they will send many copies of it to make sure that you will never lose it again.
Now I know you've picked up custom builds from folks.
Yes.
And brought them around in cardboard boxes or plastic bags.
Yes.
Have pieces ever gotten lost that way?
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, just transporting Lego, I've lost a lot of pieces.
Yeah. How do you A, realize that a piece is missing and B, recover from that?
I mean, typically if a piece is missing, unless it's something that's like super mission critical, I probably have it in my collection already, just like in my parts bins.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just find it, but like, yeah, if it's just like, I mean, if something was missing from a brand new Lego set, even if I have it in my collection, I'll tell Lego because I think it's good to just let their quality control know. But like, usually I will just like, what I'll do is I find the piece from something else or in a bin. Then I fix the set, tell Lego, they send me the piece, and I'm just like, okay, now I have an extra one.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Do you own all of the Lego Star Wars sets?
I do not own every single one.
There's a lot of Lego
There are
Star
a lot.
Wars sets.
I think I own most of them. I'm pretty sure I'm missing like 10 to 20 out of like the hundreds.
Yeah, okay.
So like, there's the New York I Love Yoda minifigure, which I do not have because that's like $10,000 or something, and I'm not spending that much on a minifigure.
Yeah.
At least today. But like, I'm not ruling that out. But
yeah,
at least today I'm not. So not that, and not that for a while. But for the most part, I think I do. Yeah.
Okay. Question on the lore. Do you think Bionicle could be one of the realms of Ninjago, given that Chima is?
So that's a good question. You see, the thing about Bionicle is that it kind of plays by its own rules, and I don't think it fits very well into Ninjago's realms rule. Bionicle works a lot with multiverses, so they have alternate universes and parallel dimensions that crop up. Ninjago, on the other hand, doesn't do any of that, really. I mean, there are some, like, deleted timelines and stuff like that, but they mostly just have the one timeline, and realms are just other, like, Lego themes or other worlds that you can visit to if you have enough of something. I don't think they work together that well, to be honest. But yeah, no, maybe, but yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Several people are asking for particular minifigs and sets from your collection to be shown off right now. Is that something for right now, or is that something for the
I think
the
that is
eventual
something
Lego tour?
That is something for the eventual Lego tour. That was a good segue, Jake. That is something that when we reach 100K subscribers, you'll get to see every single item that we have in this room.
How long do you think that video is going to be? That's a every single set. That is serious.
Oh my! I mean, the last one was like an hour and a half of me just straight talking and touring. However, I've gotten like 2,000 sets since the last one. So probably I would say I would be a lot more in depth. So probably 2.5 hours, and that would be going nonstop. Like I would be going
Long.
pretty
Okay.
nonstop.
A long video.
Yeah.
Long video. All right.
Jake, if you want to build, I can like stop building and just answer
no,
questions.
this is-
like,
this
I feel
is-
kind of bad that I'm building and you're just.
I like sorting.
Okay.
And we know how big of a factor in speed the sort is, right? Like being able to find the pieces quickly.
Yes, this does increase speed quite a lot.
Hopefully this is positive. Yeah. We've got a question. What is your favorite Lego Lord of the Rings minifigure?
That is a great question. I really like Aragorn with the whole kind of final outfit that he wore in Return of the King. That was a really well done figure. Saruman was, I mean, if I had to pick one, there have been a lot of really cool like helmets that they've done. I mean, I don't much like the character is kind of a nothing character, but from the Hobbit movies, there was the man. His name is. How familiar are you with the Hobbit movies, Jake? It was.
Oh, not deeply. I've
Okay.
seen him.
The one dwarf ruler who rode on a pig. I don't remember his name.
No, was he part of the?
He was part of the Battle of the Five Armies. He was
But
not.
he wasn't part.
He wasn't part of their
Then,
group.
then I'm never mind.
That he had a really cool helmet. His name's on the tip of my tongue. Someone will. Dane Ironfoot. Thank you.
Oh,
Dane
very
Ironfoot.
good.
That
Very
was
good
his
kicking
name.
off.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone asked if you think they will ever release the Ankylosaurus Lego dinosaur like they did the Triceratops. I thought they had released a lot of.
So they did it before, but I think they're asking if they'll release it again. Is probably what the
do a
question is.
re-release, a reprint. Series.
Probably in like the next 3 to 4 years, I'll say, because Jurassic World is kind of an evergreen theme now, so that means it will last about as long until it stops selling.
I mean, especially with all the new Jurassic movies coming out all the time.
They've technically finished the trilogy. They're done making them. They have. They put out the final one.
Okay.
But like,
Fair enough.
I mean, it's Hollywood. They're gonna make like they finished the Jurassic World trilogy.
Yeah.
Give them like 2 years, they will make another movie in the universe. Like
Okay.
I'm sure they will.
People are asking about the rarest Lego figure you have. This still sounds like tour sort of stuff.
These are tour questions, but the rarest one I own is Mr. Gold.
Okay. You already said that in your videos, but which is your favorite Bionicle Toa?
Ooh, I probably said Jowler. I mean, I think it depends on my mood quite a lot. I probably said Jowler. I think it still is, but I also really like Motoro. And when Matanui became a Toa, I thought he was great as well as a character.
Okay. Do you ever build any MOCs? MOCs?
Yes, so MOCs are my own creations, like custom creations.
Ah, okay.
I would love to build more MOCs. Unfortunately, my parts collection is fairly limited in terms of sorting, because I find it very difficult to build MOCs unless my pieces are all sorted. So that is one of the big limiting factors. I would love to sort all my pieces. I would pay somebody to sort all my pieces, like hands down. If you want to sort all my pieces, Jake, I will hire you.
Okay. We might have to work that out.
But like no, because my pieces are not sorted. I've made like 3 system MOCs like ever, maybe like 4, not a lot. And those were very hard because I just didn't have anything sorted, so I couldn't find like I could imagine the perfect piece that I wanted to use, but I just could not find those pieces. So that was how it was.
Okay, I'm gonna run through some more questions. Do you have the Seahorse Belleville piece?
No, I do not. I've been trying to get the Belleville Mermaid set, but I just don't. I can't. I mean, I can get it off of Bricklink, but like I would like to. I think it would be cool to find it in a used store, and I just haven't found it yet. But maybe at some point, if I just can't find it, I will just buy it off of Bricklink.
What do you do with perished bricks? Can you recycle them?
What do you mean by perished bricks?
Broken, damaged, ones that can no longer be used.
You know, I feel like there are a lot of useful applications to like utilizing broken bricks in MOCs. Back when I was doing brick films and stop action stuff, way before I made this channel, I had a lot of like snapped axles. So when I was doing Bionicle stop motions, I would like have a blade cut and show the snapped axle because that shows like battle damage. So I keep them separate. Like if I come across one, I have a little bin where I keep all sorts of broken pieces where you never know like when you're gonna like have a use for it in some like photo or video or something.
Okay. Some folks are asking if you will do community review builds. So would you review someone's Lego build?
Would I review someone's Lego build? Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've been doing that for Bionicle stuff, not for anything else though. So maybe if we're asking about general Lego stuff, potentially. Bionicle stuff, I only like doing reviews if I have something in hand, to be honest. I know there are a lot of like people who do videos where they look at pictures of MOCs and like review them there. I always like, I'd love to get them in hand, which is why every time I review something that's like a MOC, I usually ask if I can have instructions and build it myself. But maybe, I never say never, I guess. That's what I would say.
Do you, let's see, do you have a shelf dedicated to Hero Factory?
I sure do. It is right over with my Bionicle stuff, which you can check out when we eventually do our full-on tour, because that has actually changed. Before, they were kind of combined, so now I have a dedicated shelf.
Okay. Ryocraft is asking if you will ever give a proper review to older themes that never got any good quality reviews. I suppose before the Lego YouTube community was as strong as it is, like Agents, Atlantis,
Ooh.
Power Miners?
That is a fantastic question. You know, I've got this big open space. Those are all three things that I could just pull over the sets here. I think I might film those this weekend. And yeah, thank you for the suggestion. If you want to see a theme reviewed, let me know in the comments. What theme do you want me to see? Because I have basically every set from almost every theme. So I could do it for like almost everything and showcase the entire theme at once. So do let me know if you want to see particular themes in the comments.
Okay, Greg Shelton asks, have you ever gotten a copy or replaced the summer 2022 Golden Naya Samurai X mask that you lost from the
Oh!
Ninjago crystallized Part 1 minifigures?
Wow, I'm surprised somebody. Thank you for watching that video. Yes, I did. I called LEGO in August when that set was released, the Neo Samurai X mech, and they sent me a replacement. I called them and I said I would buy a replacement. And I said, hey, I was at the beach and I just like lost it. I was very upfront. I was like, I'm happy to buy one, but they didn't have one available for purchase. And they said no worries, and they sent me like 6 for free. So LEGO's awesome. Yeah.
Holy cow. Okay. What other old themes would you like to review? Which themes do you think you could do a good sort of overall review of the whole theme?
I would love to do one for Alpha Team. I think Alpha Team would be a really cool one because I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but it was basically the first LEGO spy theme, and the origin of Alpha Team is very interesting. It started off as a LEGO game which featured characters who did not look anything like the minifigure counterparts, but I think it would be very cool to talk about the history of Alpha Team and the evolution because it lasted for quite a while. Yeah. Jake, I feel bad that you're just sitting.
No,
If you want to come
This is-
sort the pieces from bag 2, you can pour out bag 2, but you can also just sit there and ask questions. Whatever you want to do.
Couple more comments. Someone says their favorite themes growing up were Adventure and Rock Raiders.
Adventures, I definitely want to do. Rock Raiders probably as well. Yeah.
More folks want Adventures and Jungle sub-theme.
Yes.
Adventures.
Oh, that's so good.
And
Yeah.
then Alpha Team. Yeah.
Those are good ones.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over and get some sorting.
Okay, I'm just gonna rotate the questions to here so we can see them.
Oh yes, my bad.
There are 72 people on right now.
Yeah, no, that's folks like the
Jake,
live
somebody
builds.
asked about the pizza. So the last live stream I did, it was right before I ate pizza with you.
Yeah.
So somebody asked, was the pizza good? Well, Jake here is actually, if you were on my last live stream, I talked about having to go eat pizza afterwards. I was meeting Jake to eat pizza at a place that he recommended to me. And yes, it was very good. Thank you for that recommendation, Jake.
Yeah, no, it's if you can find the deals, there's some good.
$10 pizza night. You can't beat it.
No. Okay. Do you think that the rest of this is quick enough that if I start?
Yeah, please start
Okay.
sorting out the bag 2, and I can just, I'll build from here. You can put it here, and then I'll just shift them over.
Okay.
If you can do it in piles, and we can
Yeah, yeah,
shift them. And I'll try to.
Well, I'm gonna
move-
try to just replenish the. There's a lot of.
Oh, you're gonna start replenishing stuff in here.
Piles, yeah.
Oh, that may make things a little bit trickier. I think it'll be faster if there's. I mean, the pins are fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me see. Any other questions? I'm gonna zoom in on the questions. I can't see.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No problem. I can't see how many people are online if I zoom in on the questions, which is kind of annoying, but actually, if I do this, I can. I think. Okay. This is not even charging. I don't know. Something's unplugged. So we'll bring it closer to us so we can actually see them. Okay. And feel free to ask questions as well.
Jake, you almost pronounced my name perfectly. The Ryu is supposed to be pronounced in Estonian, and the Kaft part in English. I don't know how to say Ryu in Estonian. Ryu, I don't know Estonian. I hear good things about the country, but don't know the language.
That's cool that we have so many viewers tuning in from all around the world. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Someone asks, what do you do for some of your startup companies?
That is a great question. Well, one of my main startups was something called Pillbot. It was basically a smart automatic mini pill dispenser. And the reason why I started it was that a close family friend was involved in a car accident and prescribed with opioids to deal with the pain of having his leg amputated. And when I was watching him, he was given basically highly addictive medication in a standard pill bottle. And really the only thing stopping him from taking just like 1 more, 2 more, even 5 more pills was unscrewing the simple lid on the standard pill bottle. And I thought that was kind of ridiculous that we are in the 21st century and highly addictive medication was still being dispensed in regular unscrewable pill bottles, and that's what Pillbot was, which was a smart automated mini pill dispenser that dispenses medication exactly according to the user's prescription schedule. We never stopped anyone from taking medication they needed, but we did have an impulse proof mode where if they wanted to take medication outside their prescription, they had to press and hold the button to dispense it, and all of that was tracked and logged, and if they wanted to, they could report it to their doctor, or they could just have the information for themselves, whatever they wanted to do. So that was the main one, I think. There were a lot of other ones, but yeah.
All right. Good.
I could keep going
Yeah.
on, so I will stop talking about Pillbot and talk about other Lego things now.
Any Bionicle pens? Do you own any Bionicle pens?
I own like one of them. I would like to own more though, because they are very elusive, very strange, and incredibly unique. I am on the hunt for more.
What's your favorite Bionicle element overall? Is that specifically?
Yeah, that's a Bionicle element.
Like one piece?
No,
like one-
I think they mean like elemental power.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Oh, element could also mean Lego piece. I'll answer both. My favorite Bionicle piece is the Mask of Life from G1 or the Mask of Creation from G2. The Ignika was just so good in the way they factored in the Da Vinci kind of symbol of the man into the mask itself. That was really cool. Favorite element? Well, I mean, there are so many elements. I feel like I should go with one of the traditional ones, like fire, ice, whatever. I really liked ice when I was a kid. After going through the stories, I think that the iron, maybe not for element, but in terms of the story, the story of what happened to the Iron Tribe was very interesting to me, and I thought that was a really interesting way of depicting different class dynamics with the genocide of the Iron Tribe on Barra Magna and how they were wiped out by the Dreaming Plague, and then everyone started to shun them and started killing them off en masse until only 2 of them remained. Very interesting stuff they went into. Lots and lots of stuff with the Dreaming Plague and with Anona and beings there. But yeah, cool stuff they went into for that.
Greg has a follow-up on this Golden Samurai X mask piece.
Okay.
He asks, A, how did you lose it? And also, hey, that's nice, because it only came in 2 sets.
Yes.
One in the 2017 Hands of Time,
That
and
is
one in
right.
the 2022 Crystallized. It sounds like this wasn't a 2022 thing.
It was. This was
Oh.
This was my past vacation that I went on with Brian.
Yeah, okay.
I was at the beach with my other friend Brian, and I was taking photos of my minifigures, and I put it in my pocket, and when I went back to the hotel, it was gone. I presume that I lost it in the beach somewhere, or it washed out to sea. I have no idea how I lost it. But yeah, no, it was very unfortunate. But thankfully, Lego was able to give me a replacement.
You heard that, Duckbricks fans. There may be a Golden X mask piece on some beach somewhere. If you want that piece, start looking on beaches. How many Harry Potter Lego sets do you have? Do you have them all or just some of them? This, again, is drifting into the territory of the
main tour.
that's the 100K subs celebration.
I do have them all, and you can see them all when we do our tour.
Yeah.
However, I don't have them all built, so I need to build them all before we do the tour. I guess now that I promised that. Oh boy. Yeah.
A slight rephrase of a previous question. In particular, what Bionicle element do you think got the cooler sets overall? Not
Okay,
what your
good
favorite-
question. Good question.
Yeah.
Cooler sets overall, ice. Definitely ice.
And you're not just saying that because it was your favorite as a kid? That's
Oh,
your...
maybe I need to be objective here. Well, as a kid, I always thought the coolest ones were the ice ones. Well, okay, objectively, fire gets the most attention. Like, the red sets are always, like, they get the most development effort put into them because that's objectively popular for kids. So,
Just
like,
because the color red is
because the
is
color
more
red, yeah.
popular.
yeah.
Okay.
So most, like, a lot of development effort went into making the red sets be some of the coolest. So, like, probably fire in terms of sets, but, like, I don't know. I always thought the ice sets were very cool as well. Cool.
Chris, do you know that Monster Fighters, Galaxy Squad, and Ultra Agents are all connected?
Yes, they are, and you can add Pharaoh's Quest to that list. It was thanks to a comic in the LEGO Club magazine that connected all of their currently ongoing LEGO original themes, and also teased the introduction of the Dino theme in 2012, where all of the villains of those themes were shown to be working together across history until they finally opened like a portal to when dinosaurs were around and brought them into Lego City, which is why the Dino theme existed in 2012. It was very cool. I think as a kid, reading that comic and like I mean, mostly like Lego Club Comics were isolated for one theme, and I just opened up the magazine, and the first panel was like 3 villains from the past 3 themes they had, just like sitting on a round table talking about how they were gonna defeat the heroes, and that blew my mind. So that was very cool. Yeah.
Wonderful. Several people are making puns in the chat about how you said ice is the coolest theme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Okay. Good stuff. Let's see. Ice is a fair answer. Yeah. No. Ice is a good set. What is? Oh, do you have a favorite Lego creator set? Tasty Pastry 480s personally is the Vacation Getaways.
Ooh, the Vacation Getaways are good sets. Are we? Okay, if we're including Creator Expert, maybe that's a little bit cheating, but I really love the roller coasters they've made. Both working roller coasters with motorized functions are so good. If we're not including Creator Expert, because that is kind of cheating, I really like the Tiger, the Majestic Tiger they came out with last year was very, very good. That was a solid set.
Okay. Did you know that Vladek is Ogle's great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather?
I did. We actually had a discussion on that over on the Discord for the Duckbricks Discord. We had a big discussion about that, and we were talking about how what that means for other Lego themes.
Right. What is your favorite ninja set, Chris?
Original Ninja set, I assume, not Ninjago. Well, if it was Ninjago, it would be Ninjago City. If it was an original Ninja set, like the original 1999 Ninja lineup, I would say probably the bridge. I don't remember. Do I have it? Oh, it's right here. You can see the front of it right here. Might be right behind Jake, but it's this one right here. The bridge. Yeah, the bridge battle set. That was a good one.
Okay. Do you remember your first Lego set ever, and what was it?
My first Lego set ever was a Life on Mars human shuttle that was given to me. It came out in 2001, but obviously I was a baby. It was given to me by my cousin when I was like 7, and that was the first one that I put together, and that left a big impact on me for sure.
Oh, the ninja question, it was Ninjago. So the answer is Ninjago City then.
The answer is Ninjago City, yes.
Okay. Any plans to review the brick My Own Creations people are creating following the Tahu GWP style?
Yes. So GWP is gift with purchase. That was the Bionicle one I was telling you about, how Lego was doing a Bionicle set in 2023.
Yeah.
And people, they're only doing the one, so people have started making their own in the same style, like other Bionicle characters in that style.
Okay.
Yes, I actually have had so many people message me about this and send me instructions for their mocks and ask me to review them. I am working on some. I definitely have a big video backlog. But I definitely would love to at some point in the future. I don't even know if it'll happen this year, to be honest, because I do have some amount of scheduled videos planned up to December. But if I can fit it in, I would love to.
Okay. What's your favorite Lego set in your collection? That's a pretty major.
That is a big question.
Pretty major question.
However, thankfully, I've had a lot of time to think about it because I've been asked that so many times on live streams that I will say it is Ninjago City. That is the best one.
Not just the best Ninjago set,
It is the best
but
Lego
in fact, the best Lego set.
set. In my opinion.
Wow. What
yes.
makes it the best Lego set in your opinion?
It's right there on the floor.
Okay.
It's
Let's go see it.
it's really good. I wouldn't lift it up
No,
because
no.
I've got lighting connected to it. But it's every single room is a different type of room.
Oh,
so they've
yeah,
got
yeah,
a clothing store, a crab restaurant,
Mhm.
and it's all modular, so it connects with other modular buildings of that style. And kind of set the tone for what they would be doing for Ninjago going forward. So that was really good.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic. Jake, what is your favorite Ninjago set? If I don't know, just go over and look. Hey, the man has said it. There is no greater
No,
Lego
please,
expert than
so
I know.
there-
No, it's
all-
Ninjago City.
okay.
How could I say anything but Ninjago City after that glowing review?
Fair enough.
Ninjago City is my favorite Ninjago set. I don't know any other. I mean,
well, they're all above your head. All the flying ones are above your head, and then
Okay.
you've got all the vehicle ones there, and then all the temples there.
I mean, none of those are modular, multi-room, interior connecting.
They are
Connecting
not.
sets.
Yeah.
I still have to give it to Lego Ninjago. Do you save your Lego boxes? I know. There's a complicated.
There is a
to that
complicated answer to that question, and the answer is sometimes. For the most part, no. However, if something is rare, and by rare I mean probably 1980s and before, if I happen to come across it, I will do everything in my power to save it. Sometimes, if I just simply do not have room or circumstances prevent me from doing so, I will have to throw them out. Like when I had a very hard time packing from Germany, trying to get off, and Brian and I were running late to our train, that was a whole nightmare, and I just had to throw out a ton of rare boxes, which was sad. But otherwise, yes.
All right. How do you keep up with dusting?
You know, that's a good question. I've answered that in the FAQ in the description below. But the thing is that typically I really don't actually have to dust a lot of things because for whatever reason, dust doesn't really collect here. Like, it does to some extent, but most of my vents are just like not open because Lego is blocking them. So no, I mean, things don't really get dusty at all, which is nice.
I still don't understand the physics on that, but
I don't either.
believe it.
Well, I can't come up with a better explanation is the thing. I don't like,
Yeah,
I mean, if you look, like, there's no dust, like here, this has been here for years. Like, there's some dust on it. There's not like a lot. It's like some.
Let's get the chat over here. Let's show them the dust.
Ah.
Don't accidentally turn the phone off.
No. We would never turn the phone off or tell anyone to unsubscribe. Nothing bad like that. Someone asks if you went to college before your start. Someone else asked what college you went to, but let's just check out the,
We'll look at the
Chris
dust
says this
first.
hasn't been touched in years. There's some dust on that, but it's
not a lot of dust.
for years. Here, I'm gonna blow on it. Yeah, it's not a lot of dust. This has become a dust channel.
Yes, this is now dust review. Just don't get me started talking about food. That's a whole other story.
Okay. Folks are asking about college, Chris.
Yeah, so I've answered this a few times. I went to the University of Pennsylvania. I did a dual degree program called Management and Technology. So I had one degree in the Wharton School where I studied entrepreneurial management and finance for business. And I had one degree in the engineering school where I studied electrical engineering. I started off by studying computer science, but to be honest, I think there are much more talented people than me out there who are doing computer science, and I felt like my talents could be applied elsewhere because I wasn't that good. So I switched over to electrical engineering, and those were my degrees.
Okay. Multiple people made a dust bricks pun. So Chris, when are you changing your channel to dust bricks from duck bricks?
Oh boy, Jake, you're causing them to come up with all the puns today.
It's rough. I'm sorry. I just like wordplay. What can I say?
Yeah. Oh, do you mind plugging in my phone?
Oh,
I
no,
think
no,
the battery
no.
is gonna die if we don't
You
have
can't
that.
say Ninjago City Docks or City Gardens. Now, what's your favorite Lego set?
Okay,
So what's your fourth favorite Lego set is the question, I think.
Yes, Ninjago Lego set or Ninjago set? Ninjago set.
Oh, excuse me.
So if we're counting stuff from the movie Destiny's Bounty is good. However, that also is kind of cheating because they're like objectively the best ones. So if we exclude the movie, like take out all the movie sets, I think my favorite Ninjago set is either the 2020 Legacy Bounty or the 2019 Legacy Monastery of Spinjitzu, because when I see those, I think Ninjago.
All right.
Jake, feel free to look around and pick what do you think would be your
What's
favorite.
my after? I mean,
Not any of those buildings, but like, not like there's no Ninjago stuff there. It's all here.
Okay.
It's all here. This is the Ninjago stuff flying here, temples and like vehicles there.
I mean, it's gonna take me a while. The pirate ship is pretty cool.
That is Destiny's Bounty from the movie.
Was that one of the disallowed?
It wasn't one of the ones that they disallowed. It was one of the ones that I disallowed because everybody says that is the best one.
I mean,
Other
okay, that like grappling hook blimp thing.
Oh really? You would say okay.
Yeah.
So that the Raid Zeppelin from Ninjago Skybound.
That looks like no other Lego set I've seen.
That is true. That is
okay.
very true. That absolutely is a very unique set. That's a good answer.
Right. Does anyone remember the first Bionicle sets were under the Technic brand before Bionicle became its own thing?
They
Hi,
sure
by the way.
were. Hello back. Thank you for tuning in.
Do you think that Bionicle should go back to being under Technic?
Well, Bionicle is not around anymore at all.
Do you think it would still be around if it were under Technic?
I don't think that made much of a difference in the branding, but it was interesting because that was back when Lego was almost going bankrupt and they were throwing everything at the wall to see what would stick. And Bionicle was just one like random experiment that they did to see like, let's try to mess around with Technic and see what we can come up with. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, interesting stuff.
Someone calls you a nerd for collecting Lego, but their channel also Lego Cessna Lover. I feel like that's.
I will happily
glass
take
houses.
the title of nerd.
Is there any Lego set you regret not buying? I hear value of Lego sets goes up over time.
They do
maybe
go
there's
up.
Maybe there's a
I mean, there's always something I regret not buying. Recently, I've been regretting not buying more Lego Friends sets because Friends has been really, really good for city building. I didn't used to be that into city building, so I didn't buy a lot of city and I didn't buy a lot of Friends. But now that I'm making my own city, I'm going back through the Friends back catalog and going like, oh wow, I missed out on so many good sets like Livy's Popstar House, which is just like a mansion that they made. Like, I really want to build that in my city. Yeah, so a lot of Friends sets I definitely regret not buying. Most of the sets that I already regretted not buying, I have recently bought and rectified the error.
Okay, do you modify any of your sets?
I modify a few mechs if I want to give them more articulation, but otherwise I pretty much keep all sets in their vanilla forms, other than Bionicle, which I modify quite a lot.
Why do you choose some of them to modify and others not? What goes into those rules?
It's honestly like if I feel that a set could be improved so much, like if it's something I really care about, like an Ninjago mech, and it's really good, but it doesn't have knees, I will probably figure out some sort of a way to give it knees if I'm so motivated to do so.
Okay.
That's really the only ways I would change it. Yeah.
Chris, will you ever accept that ZNAP,
Snap.
that Snap is a perfectly valid and fun Lego theme?
You know, I just did a video on Snap, and I think I accepted it there. I said that there are some uses for Snap. All Lego themes are perfectly valid and fun. So yeah, sure, I will say that Snap is as valid of Lego. Okay, Snap is as valid as Bionicle is. I mean, you can connect more Snap pieces to Lego than you can with some Bionicle pieces. So yeah, I think definitely very valid. Seen a lot of great mocks with Snap. Snap was like a ripoff of, I don't know what like the name of the thing it was ripping off. When you see it, you'll know what they were ripping off. I'll show you a picture, Jake. Like, I don't know, is that Korea or like? They were clearly ripping off like a type of toy. when they
Yeah.
made this.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, but you know, it's a unique part of KNX. Yeah, someone said KNX. Oh, sorry, did I not? Oh, good. That was already there.
Yeah, okay, no clue then. KNX, yeah, represent KNX. Okay. Someone asks if there was a Lego fighting game like Tekken or Street Fighter, Lego would never condone violence. Come on, we're not.
There is a Lego fighting game.
Oh, excuse me. If there were a Lego fighting game, apparently there is some form of
Well,
it.
there's not quite like that though. There's like a Super Smash Bros. Style Lego fighting game.
I mean, that's very simple. Okay.
Yeah.
What characters would you want to see in a new Lego fighting game?
I would love to see representations from almost every unique theme that Lego has done ever. Are all the two bags open? Because I'm on 2.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Except these tiny ones, but I don't know if any of that's. Let me know if you're out of a piece.
Okay, I may need it shortly.
Okay.
But yes, I mean you can just dump them in a pile if that. I can. Yeah. Lego fighting game. I would really love to see characters from the entire history of Lego. I think having like the wooden duck as like a playable character would be really funny, and just go all the way through Lego history. I do need some.
Okay. Open them up here.
I'll put it here. Yeah.
The crack in the shelves is starting to I can't open tiny pieces here and then scooch them
Oh,
across.
that's starting to be an issue.
So it's
Okay. Yeah, we have.
we just need to close the gap. That's all right. We'll do it eventually.
Okay. All good.
I can just dump these right in front of you then, man.
Yeah, go for it. Thank you for helping me sort, by the way. I appreciate it.
Okay, Connects, Lego Zap. What's your favorite Lego theme? I think that's been
Bionicle or
answered
Ninjago?
pretty heavily. Yeah. I don't think Technic would go back to Bionicle. That was a pointless question. They'll never do it. Yeah, no, that was.
Well,
I agree.
I don't think they'll ever bring Bionicle back in the first place. But
That's tough to hear.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on Aquazone?
Oh, I love Aquazone. One of the biggest models I have over in my collection is a massive Aquazone model. That was a mock that I purchased from somebody after seeing it at a Lego convention, and yeah, I love it. I think it's one of my favorite vintage themes.
What media franchise that currently doesn't have any Lego representation would you like to see getting some sets?
So there are a lot of media franchises I would like to see get sets. However, I think that there are many that Lego would never do. I would like to see Game of Thrones House of the Dragon sets. Lego would never ever do in a million years. I would also like to see Cyberpunk sets like Cyberpunk 2077. They would never do that for obvious reasons. And I would also like to see the Expanse sets because I really like the Expanse TV show. But they also, I don't think they would do it because there's a lot. I mean, not quite as mature as Game of Thrones and stuff like that. But there's still stuff there that Lego would not want to touch. So, unfortunately, out of the 3 that I would love to see out of Lego, I don't think they ever would do it in a million years.
Okay, what Game of Thrones House of the Dragon sets would there be? There would be
The castles and the
there would
dragons.
be the dragons.
That's all I
Okay.
care about.
Okay.
I want like big dragons, like all of them, and I want big castles.
Okay.
That would be it. Yeah.
The wall.
The wall, yeah, like
Wall
that,
set?
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they could make a really cool set. I've seen mocks of it, of like the intro credits, and like have that actually be
Oh,
moving.
that map.
Yeah,
Wait, what do you mean actually moving?
like having it all be like moving when you turn a gear, and like the things actually twist and go upwards. I've seen, yeah, I saw somebody made models of that. So yeah, I mean they could make a lot of good sets out of it. I don't think they just never would.
Apart from collecting Lego, do you have a profession?
I do have
Are
a
you
prof-
employed, Chris?
Am I employed? Yes, I am. That is answered in the description below, but I am a program manager at Microsoft.
Tell us about Azure Security. No. Cyberpunk sets.
Yes.
You have opinions about? Oh,
Well, that's what I was just
I
saying.
one bounced off my foot.
Oh, all
Here.
good. What type of part is it?
I
Because
think it was a little gray bean, or not bean, little gray thing.
let me see.
It bounced
Oh.
over. I think.
Oh, like
Off of it bounced off the
define,
ground.
no wrong. Define peg.
Like one of these.
Oh well, there
I think
should
that
be
makes
at least one spare.
Yeah.
So that will save our one spare there.
Wow. If you want dragons and castles, why not D&D, Warcraft, or something like that?
Fair enough. There are D&D sets coming out. They are making official Lego D&D sets, and they're making apparently a good lot of them. So yeah, there's gonna be one coming out in a couple years, and then they will continue it from there. So I'm so excited. They revealed what the D&D set would be. And
What is it?
It is a massive. It is a big like castle type build with a dragon curled around it.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very cool. I mean, they haven't revealed the actual set yet, but they've revealed what it will be based on. So that is the topic of the set.
Very exciting. Would you like to see Lego make and release more Disney figure sets? Like Kim Possible, Gargoyles, and so forth? Kim Possible might be past its prime, selling past its prime commercial value as a set. I remember, what was that?
I never
2008,
watched it.
2010, like
It must be.
Was
Well-
that even Disney? Is Cartoon Network Disney?
Not all of Cartoon Network, I don't think.
Okay.
That might. Well, they're making a new Disney collectible minifigure series coming out in a few months, and that is looking very exciting. I cannot talk about any visual leaks, so if any physical minifigures may or may not have leaked from that, I can't talk about it. However, as part of the Lego Ambassador Network, I can talk about text-based leaks, and we have gotten a lot of text-based leaks about that, and we are getting
Why is
representation.
that better? Why is it fine to talk about text leaks but not?
Dude, I don't get it either, man. I don't know.
I
I really don't. I don't know.
I'm organizing very quickly. Would
No,
you like it if Lego made a YouTube theme?
A YouTube theme. I don't think that would be a very fun theme, to be honest. Like
Duck Bricks
Duck
set?
Bricks in his collection includes every set in Duck Bricks' collection, which you can buy for the very low price of I don't even know how much.
How long did it take you to build the Titanic? Someone asked that before, and I didn't say it. Sorry
That's a
about
good
that,
question.
Phil Frost.
To be honest, I built the Titanic with a lot of different folks. I built it with friends in college, so I don't really remember how long it took overall. It definitely took longer than usual because I was like teaching folks how to build Lego at the same time. I was taking a class in college called Existential Despair, and it was a like 8-hour straight class Monday nights that ran up until midnight. And one class time they were like, you should bring your group over to your like apartments and like have them do something. So I was like, we're all gonna come and build the Titanic together, and that was what we did for 8 hours straight on a Monday night.
And that caused existential despair in all of
It
So
did.
it was a perfect.
It caused existential despair in all of us. Yeah.
I mean, it makes you confront the mortality of the Titanic.
There were fun facts in the instruction manual of how many people died in like certain sections of it. I
Oh,
felt like
wow.
that was a very like strange thing for Lego to include, but it was like, here you can see the number of lifeboats in the Titanic is accurate because they didn't have enough to save everybody. Like
Is that the most like realistic violence
I think so.
thing?
Yeah.
Thing in a,
They've never like actually covered it other than like in the call out in the instructions, it was like you may notice that this was not the right number of lifeboats to save everyone.
Do you think that Dave from Alpha Team is the minifigure in Series 16 The Spy?
I think they well, they didn't okay, it's all but confirmed. He is the spy. Yes, absolutely he is. That is what he is supposed to be. I mean, he's got the same hairstyle, the same outfit. He is a modernized version of the Alpha Team original. Yeah, that's a dash. Yeah, so that was a really cool reference.
Okay, how did you come up with the name Duck Bricks?
Well, I have a stuffed
Or
animal.
the new name Dustmix, which you are going to be changing the channel name
of
to.
course.
Very soon.
Well, I have a stuffed animal duck that was kind of one that I had for years, and I've always had him with me, and he was the inspiration for the name. But also, there's the famous Lego wooden duck, which I think most people, when they hear Lego and duck, that's what their mind goes to. So it works both ways.
Do you think that Lego copied Funko Pops with brickheads? Oh,
Yes.
Lego employee. Lego employee. Do you?
I'm not a Lego employee. I'm an ambassador of Lego.
Oh,
that
yeah,
means
yeah.
I can critique the company as much as I want.
Okay.
Yeah, they were definitely trying to hop on the hype train of Funko Pops, and some would say they succeeded because brickheads are still going strong today. They put out a little too much in 2018. They had to scale it back, but they're still. I mean, they're still putting out a ton of them today. So clearly there is a big market for them.
Okay. Good stuff.
Have we-
What do you think Lego should copy next? What
What do I think Lego should copy next?
You're a startup guy. You know about business and management. And,
I think Lego should copy themselves and bring back Bionicle, but I don't think they ever will because that is not good business.
why would it not be good business?
Retailers will never want to stock Bionicle ever again.
Do you like brickheads then?
I think brickheads are all right. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of brickheads, but I like them for what they are. I mean, I collect all of them except the Comic-Con exclusives. If I liked brickheads more, I probably would try to get the Comic-Con exclusives, but I think they're just okay. They're not really my thing, but I think they have their uses.
Do you think that Lego is leaning too much into the licensed themes category and should produce more original content?
That is a question that I'm asked a lot, and I think from a business standpoint, Lego is absolutely doing the right thing by leaning into licensed stuff. That is making them the most money, that is drawing in new fans, and Lego is stronger than ever as a company because they are doing it. Would I like to see more original stuff? Oh yeah, of course. I would always love to see more original stuff, but
Just multiple times now, a piece of fallen off of this, bounced off of my foot, and then bounced
bounced
into the shelf.
into a pile of Lego.
Just wow. This is tricky stuff. We all love Bionicle, but one must be delusional if they think Bionicle is ever coming back.
Yeah.
Especially as I'm sorry for saying that
That's
it
what I'm
should
saying.
return. No,
Like, that is what I'm
I've
saying.
made a terrible mistake
It's
being pro Bionicle.
retailers just don't want to stock Bionicle ever again because the previous line did so abysmally badly that like Bionicle is like it's like releasing a sequel to a movie that flopped at the box office essentially. It's the sad truth.
Okay, fair enough. Would you rather have more detailed minifigures and a smaller build, or a larger build and less detailed figures, such as Star Wars? So,
Yeah.
what's your opinion on that foosball table? It's a
What do you think, Jake? What do you think? 'Cause I
well,
think you have some input into this.
I do have some input in this. I'm biased in that I really like playing foosball. So I'm going to say I'm pro the foosball set, even though it's very heavily a minifigure set. But you've got a more nuanced overall opinion
Sure.
on that question.
I think it depends on the theme. There are some themes, like with Marvel, where they absolutely have leaned into, for some cases, Marvel has been doing a lot better at this recently, but they have leaned into giving us good minifigs and just like throwaway builds. They were doing that in the past. Now it's kind of more balanced, where the minifigs are more average, but the builds are getting a lot better. I think it depends on the set. Like, I love minifigs, and I love displaying them, but I'm always a set guy. Like, I wouldn't buy any set just for like a minifigure that includes it, that's in it. So I probably would say leaning towards better builds, but that's a good question.
Do you collect Lego J? Answer this both for the minifigure and for the playing card.
Oh, well, yes, I own every single Lego Ninjago set and minifigure. So yes, I do collect all of the Lego J things. Not all I'm sure I don't own all the J playing cards, but that would be nearly impossible.
Language variants, yeah. Who is your favorite ninja besides Zane?
Oh wow! Somebody has known what my answer, because I always say Zane in this question, so they must have seen a previous video.
They even say that they watched your last stream. So
Oh, thank you for
totally
yeah.
answered.
Besides Zane, I've never been asked that. Oh man. I think Pixel is actually really underrated. Maybe she's not really one of the main ninja, but she is. I think that her designs have always been really cool. If I had to pick one of the core ninja, I think Nia has had the strongest character arc until they ruined it and crystallized and undid seasons worth of character development to make her get beaten by the sexist villain and have to be saved by a man, which was very weird. But otherwise, Nia's character development has been fantastic.
We've gotten another question about, you guessed it, dust. So let's go now to the dust cam. So once again, see
See how little dust is on these. This is Dust Bricks, your favorite Lego dust channel.
Jake, you do realize, because people hop in and don't realize I've already answered it, both in the description.
No,
and
we're here
already on
to
the stream.
let's I don't know. Let's open a drawer that hasn't been opened in years and years and years. You hear that squeaking? This is Ooh. There's like some dust. There's not a ton of dust. Like look at this clear. Yeah, there's a little bit of dust, but it's not insane. And this, I mean, when's the last time you opened this Mr. Policeman shelf?
Clearly by the sound it made when opening and the like very unsettling crack that it made when we opened it past a certain point, not in a long time. It's been years. Literally, like I don't think I've opened this in a year, like maybe 2 years.
Okay, we're getting more dust brick comments, which I assume means that this is what the people want. We should just like let's play back there. Also, someone noted out of all of your stream view counts, the time you've done best in viewership was when you were talking about food. So let's hear some mod pizza orders. What's your
He's got me started with the mod pizza.
next to dust stream? I agree. We should really capitalize on this dust action that
My mod
we're getting
pizza
into.
order is always you pile on all the meat. Jake, I've dragged you to mod pizza more times than you can count. Because Jake here, if you don't know, he's vegetarian, so he's missing out. If you could plug in the phone.
Oh, yes,
because
yes.
That will die. Jake here is vegetarian, which is a good thing for him, but that means that I've dragged him along to many different places where he doesn't have much to eat. So I thank you for coming along with me. I am objectively missing a brick. Are we sure that no other bricks fell here? It is a blue little gear. Not that one. Oh, is it that one? No, it's not. It is like this color of blue, a gear.
that could be what fell. Let me.
Because I actually don't have.
Oh,
'cause that is a new
It fell
set.
so far into
Okay,
the shelf.
thank you.
Wow.
That is a new piece, so I do not actually have copies of this. I'm surprised
those
you
of-
found it that fast.
It was on one of the shelves that isn't full. And okay, so for those of you who don't know, this white surface we're building on, this is shelves. And a couple of times I knocked a piece off of the shelf and it bounced off of my foot and went like straight into the shelving. I don't know what it is about this, but that just kept happening early in the stream. We've got the piece back, so
Yes.
at least on one of the counts, we're gonna do all right. That's all right. Where does double stacked pizza? Food Talk is back. Anyone rewatching that wants Lego? Oh no, we're okay. Everyone loves dust except one person is asking about Star Trek sets. Do you think Star Trek would make good Lego sets?
I think it would make fantastic Lego sets. Unfortunately, I think another company for building bricks has the license to make them, and I don't know why Lego hasn't gotten it. I mean, it's not as. I guess maybe it would take a new movie or something big with Star Trek coming out. I know they're doing TV shows, but I think it would take like a big movie for Lego to want to nab the license, because I just don't think it's going to be as profitable for them as like Star Wars.
You said another company that builds brick sets. Is there some sort of contractual obligation you have to not advertise?
Well, I'm not going to mention it by name, but you all know what it is.
That's right, folks. The Brick Company. They make actual physical bricks for building houses.
Yeah.
And they own Star Trek.
Yeah, they own it.
Yeah. Good old clay bricks. Send in your questions, folks. This is a great cascade of questions we got earlier, and now a short pause. Whatever questions you send in, we'll answer it. You can ask us what's the name of that company, and we'll say the name of that company. Let's see. No, that's Boba Fett or Jango Fett. Are you really going to say anyone other than the original, other than the clone father who doesn't
Well,
get
I thought
dumped into a Sarlacc
for a
pit?
second
Come on.
when you said the original, you were gonna be both. Look, Jango Fett. I love the prequels. I love the prequel era. Well, no, I don't love the prequel movies. I love the prequel era, and so I'm gonna have to go with Jango, the OG.
Okay, let's just do a quick overview here. One of them is the original, the other's a clone.
Yeah.
That's thing number one.
Yep.
Thing number two, One of them dies to Mace Windu, who's awesome.
Yep.
One of them dies to like that.
Well, he's not dead. He survived the Sarlacc pit.
Right. This
He is still
Book of-
alive.
Yeah,
He
I have
is
not
still
seen the
alive.
TV show. Okay. Okay. Have you seen that show?
I've seen every Star Wars media put
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you have. What's your opinion on the Book of Boba Fett?
Very bad.
Okay.
It was probably the worst one.
Further pro Django evidence.
Watch Andor. Andor is the best. I think Andor is the best piece of Star Wars media they've put out in a long time, maybe even better than a lot of the movies.
Maybe even better than a lot of them. We had a whole talk about whether Star Wars
We did.
Star
We
Wars
did.
movies
we did
or
have
Star
a
Wars
discussion
TV
about
shows
that.
are better.
Yes.
You think it's movies, right? Like it,
No, no,
you,
I said
you would,
I said
no,
TV
but you would
shows.
think it's movies, right? You would just assume, of course, the movies are better. If you do the math, like
I did the math.
there's
The TV shows by not even by volume.
you
Yes.
can just fraction like there's a
By property, the TV shows are better than the movies.
okay. Which food piece should Lego introduce next? Are we going for the I'm not going to make jokes. What food piece needs to be introduced?
I think it would be very cool to get like a bowl of bibimbap, just like a print on the regular bowl piece, but just show bibimbap inside. That would be amazing. I also think that they should do more kinds of steaks. We only have a raw steak, like we have a raw T-bone steak, and I would like a cooked steak.
Well, you just cook the Lego piece.
Oh, of course, yeah, easy.
Oven?
What? Of course, oven. We do have an oven.
375.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Just cook it.
pretty
It's
standard.
time to cook.
What do you think made early Bionicle so great, and what was your favorite lineup in G1?
Early Bionicle was so great because LEGO had no idea what they were doing, and they gave the creators and writers basically all the oversight and creative freedom that they wanted to craft the line. The thing that drew most people into Bionicle was the Mononui online game made by Templar Studios, which
Wait, really?
LEGO... Yes.
I had Bionicle. I didn't have the
Ah.
Mononui.
Online game. Well, that drew most people who are still fans of Bionicle
Okay,
today
okay.
got into it because of the Mononui online game, which was the online free game to play. It was a point-and-click adventure, choose-your-own-adventure game, which told the story of the Bionicle first year through the eyes of a villager, which was a really good idea because it made the main heroes look really cool and mysterious by kind of having them shrouded in mystery and mostly just like showing what the villagers were doing. And it was probably one of the best pieces of world building any LEGO theme has gotten because you could explore the entire island, have conversations, there was like a currency, you could collect materials, and like it was the most fleshed out. It felt like almost like a baby RPG in the Bionicle game.
Wow.
world.
Okay.
So yeah, that was really good.
Anakin, ATOTC, or Luke, ROT. That's got to be Anakin,
Oh,
Attack of the Clones, or Luke, Return of the Jedi. Oh. I mean, Attack of the Clones, he got stomped by Dooku. That's
Attack.
not
I would say Anakin Revenge of the Sith is the greater one.
yeah.
But I think I mean Luke Return of the Jedi. I mean, are we talking minifigures? Are we talking power levels? Are we talking as characters? I really don't like Attack of the Clones. I think Attack of the Clones is my least favorite Star Wars movie. So oh no, The Rise of Skywalker is my least favorite. Attack of the Clones is my second least favorite. I think that was not one of his high points. So
Canonically, well, okay, maybe not canonically. I don't remember what the current situation of the EU.
well, the EU is not canon.
Yeah, okay, but just like like Rogue One Vader / Return of, or Revenge of the Sith Anakin. That's peak.
Yeah,
That's,
that is peak.
so I
canon.
guess like post Episode 6 Luke is supposed to be like EU all sorts of crazy things, but like
Luke.
on screen of what we've seen, it's gotta be
Luke.
it's gotta be Anakin.
Oh, Anakin at Attack of the Clones?
No,
We're saying Anakin at Revenge of the Sith.
yeah. No, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dooku, come on.
Yeah, you got beaten by Christopher Lee, who shares my same name.
Christopher Lee.
My name is actually Christopher Lee, spelled the exact same way as the actors. So,
and your social security number is.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, if I was able to beat Anakin, I mean, listen, dude's gotta get better.
You also got stabbed by Wormtongue in that.
Oh yeah, I did get stabbed by Wormtongue the other day and impaled, but I walked it off. You know, it was
Right.
tis but a flesh wound.
What movies are you most looking forward to this year?
Good question. I know Edgar Wright is making a new movie. Is that coming out this year or next year? If so, it's probably that one. I haven't kept up with that one in terms of movie news, but I'll watch it the day it comes out. I thought it was coming out this year, but it might be next year. In terms of the more mainstream stuff, I think I'm unironically quite excited for the Mario movie. I know like next to nothing about Mario, but from the trailers, it looks pretty fun.
Trailers were better than I thought they would be.
Yeah, like way better than I thought they would be based on the trailers.
I'm not like sold on it, but
Yeah.
for Chris Pratt Mario, yeah, okay. Now I thought it was weird that Peach is the only one with like a normal voice. That was like,
Yeah.
why is one person?
I mean, Peach always has like a normal voice, though. I think, at least from what I know from like the Lego Peach.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Jake, what
But
movies are you looking
Jack
forward
Black.
to?
Jack Black is.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sounds-
What movies are you looking forward to, Jake?
Oh, I don't know if I'm up to date on my
Fair enough.
movie information. No,
I will make you see Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania with me because I'm very excited for that
haven't
movie.
seen the first Ant-Man movie.
It doesn't matter. I'm making you see Ant-Man and the
Okay,
Wasp:
fair.
Quantumania the day it comes out.
Fair enough.
Oh shoot! It comes out in February. You're not going to be here.
I am not.
I'm making you see it when you come back.
Okay.
Viewers, what are the movies you're most excited for?
Okay. More questions about specific parts, specific bricks. Folks, keep in mind there's going to be a tour in the future. I don't think we're answering super in depth. What are all of the X sets? Questions right now. Least favorite Lego theme and why?
So I've been asked this a lot, but I feel that every single maybe this is a cop-out answer, but I genuinely feel that every single Lego theme has some sort of value to it. Like, even if you're not the target audience, I think there's always somebody out there who will appreciate a theme for what it is. Internally at the Lego group, they have said that Jack Stone was their lowest point, and that was like the most embarrassing point for them. Jack Stone builds are kind of similar to what they do with 4 Plus today. But like, I mean, yeah, it was worse, but I don't even know if I would say that. I don't think I have an answer to that. I think all Lego themes have some sort of value, and I appreciate building with all of them.
Even Galador?
I love Galador, dude.
Wow.
Galador is
Okay.
awesome.
Okay. Fair enough. Can you answer a question about the pick-a-brick in Germany?
Yeah, I can answer a question about it.
Send
Feel
it
free
in.
to ask.
Yeah.
Yes, I was there. Well, if it's a question about what they have in stock, I don't know because I was there like 7 months ago. But I can tell you what was in stock when I was there. That's what I could answer.
Worst theme equals dots.
Listen. Dots has given us a lot of very unique 1x1 prints, and Dots was really good for giving people a different way to play with Lego. You could make your own jewelry out of Lego. That was a cool thing. I mean, if I was gonna pick one of the jewelry themes, I would say Scala, because you can't even use most of the Scala pieces with Lego. But Dots is like objectively a Lego, like it is a building bracelet theme. Like that's cool. I like Dots.
Someone says that Holy Grail would be a great Lego theme. I am not sure if they're talking about the like King Arthur legend in general, or if they're
Or
talking
Monty
about
Python.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Either way, I think Monty Python and the Holy Grail might be a more sort of in that category of things that Lego probably isn't going to acquire or represent to kids.
Probably.
It's a great film, but it's not.
I mean, they've
Not
done
children's
they've done like
media.
Daniel Craig, James Bond. So like
Okay,
that's
no,
basically the upper limit though. You're pushing it. with
That's.
that.
They've done Daniel Craig, James Bond.
You have official Daniel Craig James Bond minifigure licensed to the latest movie, the No
8
Time to Die movie.
plus?
No,
Or
it's
sorry, 18 plus, or is it?
no, it was like 8 plus. Or like maybe 10 plus.
Did they watch the movie?
Yes, because it came out a year after the movie came out.
Huh.
They didn't give him a gun though. They gave him a wrench and they included a gun in the set and stuck it on the bottom of his car. But in all promotional material, he is not holding that gun. You will not see him with the gun.
Okay. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. We have the question. Is it required to buy a ticket to the park for the Pick-a-Brick in Germany? I'm planning on flying there with 2 Lego Masters. Is it more affordable than American Pick-a-Bricks? I thought American Pick-a-Bricks was like $15. That seemed
So
like.
it's way more affordable in Germany, and the
Okay.
selection is also way better. Like
Okay.
you can pick a brick like animals, which
Oh, whoa.
each animal sells for like $30 on Bricklink. You can just get like a ton of them.
Whoa. Okay.
It was like blew my mind. I spent like $2,000 just at the pick a brick. Brian, who's not even that big of a Legos fan, spent like $200 just on buying pieces.
Was
So
that
will
for
tell
the
you-
arbitrage? Was that to sell it elsewhere?
No,
or
it was
that...
just for like ourselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if Brian, who's not even that big of a Lego fan, spent $200 there, that shows how good it is. That's putting it in terms you'll understand. Yeah, it's really good. You do need a ticket to the park. However, you can use Lego VIP points to like get into the park for free if you have enough VIP points. Park tickets are also incredibly cheap compared to American parks. I think it was like less than half of what like a Legoland in the US would cost. So I would not worry too much about the park cost because you're going to be saving so much more by just buying things there.
Okay. What is your favorite version of the night bus?
Well, the latest one they did was probably objectively the best one. They are making, I don't know, I don't really get it. They're making one that like costs $180 later this year. Like, how big is that night bus gonna be from Harry Potter? I don't know. Like, is that like?
That's a Harry Potter. Oh,
Harry
okay.
Potter
I was gonna
night.
ask you what the night bus.
Like
okay.
the purple.
Yeah,
Harry
yeah.
Potter. I don't know how they're gonna make it $180. Like, that's a weird scale. If it was like 250, maybe like a big, like 108. Like, I don't know. That's not going to be minifig scale for sure. So that's very.
Also, Harry Potter's still
Harry Potter's
drawing in a ton of money. Okay.
Harry Potter is probably one of their best selling themes.
Now.
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
Okay. I grew up on Harry Potter. That's fine. That makes sense to me. But I wouldn't expect kids now to be doing it.
Kids
Maybe
now are really into like.
Really.
I actually, it's probably mostly adults because most of their Harry Potter sets are adult oriented now.
Interesting. Okay.
They're making a $40 Dobby statue. I don't know how they're going to achieve that for
like his funeral statue.
No, like him.
Okay.
Not like his gravestone.
Like the memorial. Okay.
Not
I'm
like
sorry.
not the.
Folks, vote in chat. Do you want the Dobby memorial set or do you want the Dobby alive set? Spoilers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if anyone's just getting to Harry Potter. You're sort of past the peak popularity though. Top YouTubers in their rooms as Lego sets would probably sell quick. You're talking about like top YouTubers like Mr. Beast top YouTubers, and you're talking about top YouTubers like Lego. I mean, obviously the issue with a Lego YouTuber's Lego set is that it's going to be them and the Lego they have, so you have to do Lego of Lego.
Well, they've done that for Lego. They've done it for Lego stores.
Lego of Lego?
Yeah, they have done a lot of Lego of Lego.
So do they do much smaller sets, or do they?
No, they're just like micro bit. Like they would represent. Where's? I don't think I can pull it out right now. Yeah, they've done like Lego store sets. They've done a lot of sets of Lego stores, and they have boxes with stickers that represent Lego set boxes, and they also have builds of miniature Lego builds.
Wow. Okay.
They have done that before. I don't know. I don't think a YouTuber set would be that interesting though. Like, I mean, maybe if you did in the style of the Friends rooms and made it like $20, that could work. But the licensing on that is crazy, and like, I don't think Lego would do it because like if one
It's got to be individually negotiated with each of the YouTubers, right?
Right,
Like,
and if one YouTuber does something like remotely controversial, then that like just kills the Lego set, and like YouTubers are not.
YouTubers would never do anything controversial. What are you talking
not
about?
at all. They definitely wouldn't go to Japan and screw around in places they shouldn't. No.
Do you like the idea of a comedian theme 18 plus? That seems really
That is very specific.
targeted. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch a lot of comedy shows to be honest, so I don't really know of a lot of comedians out there. I don't think that would be the most interesting build. Like, what would you like? A stage would be the build. They're doing the BTS sets, so like maybe, but like I don't know. BTS is also really popular,
BTS
so
is way more popular than any one comedian, right? Like that's okay. Hey, did you know that only the Speed Champion sets have left or right seating? The other Ninjago, Marvel, etc. are in the middle with the seat and the steering wheel.
That's the case for most sets. However, there are some that break the rules. That's right that mostly Speed Champions is the only one, but there are like a good amount of sets that do like the both sides steering. Like Ninjago Cole's car just had, it was a two-seater because it used the Speed Champions piece. So that did require them to use the Speed Champions car piece, but they did do it for Ninjago.
Okay, what Modula said you want to see next?
Probably modular.
Modular set.
Those are the big buildings.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I would love to see another Ninjago City modular. They've done 3, and I think they have the potential to do a lot more. Maybe that's a cop-out answer, though. If I had to pick a different topic for one that wasn't Ninjago, like, I don't know. I would have to think about that, to be honest. I don't know what I would do.
How do you stop yourself from falling down the stairs in the videos?
You know, I keep getting that question, and it's always so interesting to me because I feel like that was something I do naturally, and I never have any issues with it.
Yeah, so just to be clear, Chris falls down the stairs naturally, and he never has any issues falling down the stairs. That's fine. That's-
Yeah. Like it's just a daily occurrence. I
Yeah.
just always tumble down. No, I don't know. I never really had an issue with it. What?
That's what sets this channel apart. It's that
Yeah.
you don't fall down the stairs.
That's true.
Most Lego YouTubers, they fall down the stairs.
Exactly.
You
Open
don't
up
fall.
any other Lego YouTuber, and the first thing you see is them tumbling down their stairs.
Yeah.
You don't see that with duck bricks. Yeah.
Is there a hardest set to build without the one with most pieces excuse? So is there a
Yeah.
small set that's hard to build?
So I think that there's no set that I would consider to be the hardest to build because all sets go through rigorous quality control testing and are usually pretty easy to build, like with instructions. There have been a lot of mocks that I've had a lot of trouble putting together. I built an Ultimate Collector Series Hammerhead Corvette mock from Star Wars, and I think that was probably the closest I came to just never wanting to build that Lego ever again. I nearly gave up multiple times. It was just the most unstable thing, and the worst thing is I had to do it twice because I built it in Philly and then I brought it home, and of course it just crumbled. So then I had to build it again twice, and that was even harder because my pieces weren't sorted the second time. I would not wish building that onto my worst enemy. I'm sorry. It looks cool when it's done, but like I would never want to build that again.
Wait, am I the cameraman in every video? No, I am not. I am the cameraman in a couple of videos, and I am the person who beats Chris at the Lego Ninjago trading card game. If you ever see a video where I lose, that's a different person.
No, hey. I'm just saying, just go back and watch our latest live stream. You'll see who won the first game.
Editing skills, ha ha ha. No editing. We never have to edit a video. This is all raw. This is all
of course
standard. Who would
every
who would
time
edit a video?
Well, every time I lose, he actually goes in and edits it to make it look like I lose. But yeah, like that's what happens every time I lose. Yeah.
Hey, have you walked into your minifigure wall with the CMFs?
I've like walked into things sometimes, but for the most part, I'm like pretty good at dodging obstacles. The bigger problem I have is people that I have, because I have a lot of friends over a lot, so I've people who I invite over walk into my things all the time. But I personally do not walk into them a ton.
If you ever watched that, is the race published?
What race?
The
Oh, that yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you watched that multi-person masked race building
Yes.
video, I'm just gonna say there were like 6 or 7 people over. Chris knocked 3 things off, and no one else knocked anything off. So
When did I? Okay, I was sprinting.
Yeah, I don't know about this. It's always the other people.
It's always the other people. I am never to blame.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you like to see more F1 themed Lego sets,
They
or would
they
you like to
s-
see F2 themed Lego sets?
They seem to have racing pretty covered, to be honest. I mean, we get so many in Speed Champions and Technic that I feel like we are getting the good amount. I don't know.
Okay.
So it's 4:36. We have to end the stream in 20 minutes. So we're not finishing building, but I've also been talking for a lot of it, so that has slowed things down.
That's all right.
Because you need to go at 5.
Yeah. Now you could eventually hop back on and finish it, but
I could. I probably will do that after I drop you off.
okay. Chris also edits the Lego Ninjago video. No, there's no editing in the videos. They're all.
Of course.
If there's a
not.
cut, Chris is just really, really fast, right? So if it's like showing this over here and then something over there, Chris is just that fast. Like,
No,
there's
I don't edit them so I don't lose that much. He edits them to make it look like he wins. But there's no editing on my end when it comes to competitions.
More pay. Let's see. Do you like the Egypt Explorer theme?
Yes, well they've done a few. They've done Pharaoh's Quest, which I thought was okay, and they did Lego Adventures in like the Egyptian landscape, which I thought was really good. And I mean, I guess Indiana Jones for some of it kind of counts. I mean, we're getting a lot more Indiana Jones sets this year, which has proved to be one of the most. I think the biggest theme that they're putting out this year is Indiana Jones, so that's pretty exciting.
Really? Is there a new Indiana Jones movie coming out?
Yes, there is.
Yeah. Okay. That'll
So
do it.
they are making sets of all the old movies again, and making
Yeah.
them like really, really big sets. So I'm hyped for that because we haven't seen them since 2008.
So you said earlier that the sets are usually pretty easy to build. Mathra asks in particular, how was the tall neck set to build? Someone's having some trouble with that. What was your experience of the tall neck build?
Really, I thought it was okay, to be honest. I didn't really have that much trouble. It's definitely more fragile than some other sets when you're building it, I think. But if you isolate, I'm trying to remember what the build process was. Not super memorable to me. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I guess if you're trying to build the legs, don't stick the legs on the base plate until the whole thing's done. But I think it tells you to do that. Like it tells you not to stick them on until it's done. That could be it.
Folks are asking about adventure reviews. Someone really wants to meet the cameraman. Someone has been leaving a lot of questions about the cameraman. The people want adventure reviews, or maybe one person consistently wants
Adventurers is very popular.
Yeah.
I will do that. I mean, look, I'll film it this weekend before I set up my city. But it won't come out for a while, but I'll probably film it this weekend. Because I do have all of the adventurer sets. Do I have all of them? I might be missing okay, no, I have all of them. One of them isn't built. I need to find them. I have bins and bins of unbuilt sets that I need to get through, and one of them is the one adventure set I don't have built. I'm gonna need to find that then. Because I want to do a video on that too. Adventurers is great.
Okay. I'm trying to transfer all these little pegs.
Thank you.
This is a slow.
Is this bag 4 already, or all bag 3?
This is 3. 3 is entirely set out.
Okay.
Except this
Sure.
pile of blue studs that I'm trying to get over. It's tough to do them by the edge, right? Like I just don't want to.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, thank you for sorting. I appreciate it.
Okay. Someone asks about the Orient Expedition. I guess that's right behind us somewhere.
No, that's over there. That was a sub theme of
They
Adventures.
say they've seen it. Oh, they've seen it in the past, not currently. Okay, sorry. Well,
Yes. Orient Expedition was a sub theme of Adventurers. I count them as the same thing. So if I do an Adventurers video, I'll cover them both at once for sure.
Fantastic. What's your favorite Lego animal fig, not brick built? So a figure.
Yeah.
I think we might have to disqualify the dinosaurs here because I
What?
feel like the answer is certainly going to
Well,
be.
no, I think my answer is Smaug the dragon from The Hobbit.
that's not an
That's an
dragon is-
animal. What do you mean? Yes, he is an animal.
animal / mythical creature or mystical creature. Okay, so that's
Yeah, that is a mystical creature.
that was added after though. Original question answer.
Okay, if we're not counting dragons or dinosaurs, I mean dinosaurs are real animals.
They're not extant. They're
Okay, no dragons, no dinosaurs.
It's your favorite mammal.
Oh, the little duck, like the little rubber duck. That's like
Yeah,
the
okay.
little yellow duck. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Do you think that if they made official licensed Boeing sets again, would you buy them?
Ooh.
Specifically answer in terms of the 737 MAX crashes.
Is that what the question?
No. I have a friend who says that the only aerospace company they wouldn't work for is Boeing. I got it,
Really?
which is yeah.
Because of the crashes?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Well, I think Lego should do more realistic aircraft. I'll say that. I think not even just Boeing, but in general, I would love to see Lego do more realistic aircraft sets. And I think there's a big market for them in terms of popularity.
are there space telescope craft? So is there a Hubble?
No. There's a new space observatory set that's coming out that was a fan design. That
Okay, is it like a James Webb thing, or is it's just
they
general?
couldn't license
general
it. Because if they want to do an actual telescope, they have to pay licensing fees
to NASA?
to whoever owns the telescope. You can't do a named location unless you pay licensing fees to whoever owns it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But NASA would be. I mean, I don't know.
Well, NASA does a lot
Who
of
knows?
partnerships with Lego already.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Fair. Interesting. What's better, Marvel or DC, including both the comics and the Lego sets? I don't know if you're a big comics guy.
I've read a few comics.
Enough to make an overall Marvel versus DC claim that will stand
So,
on the internet
no.
forever.
My claim would be mostly based. Oh wait, are we talking about? So we're talking about Lego sets? The Lego sets. There's a clear winner. There's a clear winner when it comes to Lego sets, and it's the one that's currently being produced.
Yeah.
Because they don't make DC stuff anymore. Really, I mean they kind of do, but not really.
Were they like Man of Steel sets or something?
I mean, yeah, but then the last big DC wave we got was 2017 Justice League,
Yeah.
and that went so poorly that Lego was scared of making DC sets ever after again.
Yeah.
They still make them, but
Isn't Smaug brick built? Didn't you?
no, he's not. You put him together but he's not out of bricks. They're all molded pieces.
Okay.
They're all yeah. I don't think that counts as brick built. I wouldn't that. That's clearly a molded animal. Under Bricklink, he's under the molded animal category.
Okay. Airbus. Separately from your Boeing answer, Airbus.
Sure, I think Lego should make more realistic claims. So that is my answer.
But should they be Airbus or Boeing? Come on, Chris. Oh, you're moving.
No,
oh,
I
it's
just need-
just the okay.
I just need this. I'm not moving that fast.
Okay.
I'm actually moving probably slower than ever because I'm mostly focusing on answering questions.
All fair arguments is Andrew Garfield. Isn't Andrew Garfield a
Spider-Man,
actor?
yeah.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna be right back.
No problem. I will look at the questions here. Did I get all the Bricklink sets? Yes, I did get all of the Bricklink A-Full Designer Program sets, although it's taking LEGO forever to get them shipped. I think I pre-ordered them a couple of years ago, and I'm getting them in the mail now. So, yes. Least favorite Toa set? Ooh, that's a good question. Least favorite Toa set? Probably... I mean, like, Stars Takanuva, because he wasn't gold and because he was basically an Agori build. Probably, yeah, Stars Takanuva. Is that a cop-out answer? I don't know. Like, Stars Takanuva is probably the worst Toa set. Yeah, for sure. A lot of people want me to say Hukimari, but I love Hukimari's Garai, the Mask of Gravity. I know it's a lot of people's least favorite Bionicle masks, but I will stand by it. It is a cool design, and it is very unique, so I will not say Hukimari.
So is something being unique enough to make it good? That seems.
No, but like,
Seems.
yeah, I mean, sure, yeah. Yeah, Takanuva wasn't gold in 2008, but Takanuva also, like, was a lot cooler in 2008. He was, like, a big titan, and, like, the silver Takanuva, the box art showed snow on the back, so, like, I think the LEGO designers thought he was, like, a toe of ice. I don't know, it was a very weird thing. Thank you, Jake. Is that already bag 4?
Yeah.
So I haven't even gotten to bag. I think I'm
Oh, should I
slightly slowed
not?
down because there are
Okay.
too many pieces out. So what I'll do is we can leave it for now. and
Okay.
if you
Here,
wanna-
I'll swing over here and just read the questions out loud. Folks,
Oh.
keep sending in questions.
You can.
No, I gotta sit down. Come on. This is.
Why don't you bring the chair over here?
This
You
is-
don't- okay, you're good. Okay.
Wanua Hordika is my least favorite, says one commenter.
Yeah, I mean, all the Hordika sets are kind of the same, though. I mean, I guess, like, if you want to differentiate them on color scheme, but, like, I don't know.
Okay, someone asks, and this is maybe a more general economic question that you
Oh,
could
boy.
answer not only with your Lego knowledge, but also with your general management and finance knowledge.
Oh, no.
Why are some Bionicle sets so cheap on eBay in respect for what you get? So why is there this arbitrage on the market where some folks are selling sets on eBay instead of on Bricklink at sub-market prices?
Is it specifically selling them on eBay? Like, did
Yes.
they mention Bricklink?
No.
Do you know that Bricklink exists? Because you can always get something for cheaper on Bricklink for 99% of the time.
This person is asking why eBay can be cheaper than market value.
Well, I mean, eBay, you get a lot of people on it that don't know what they're doing. So if, like, it's someone who just found old sets in their house and they're like, I don't know what this is, I'll put it on eBay, like, Bionicle something.
Mhm.
You can find gems there, but if you want to, like, actually get something complete with all the pieces in good condition, go to Bricklink. Like, the prices are almost always better than eBay as well. Unless you, like, happen to find and get lucky for, like, one listing. But almost always the prices on Bricklink are way better.
Okay.
And Jake, you're keeping an eye on the time, right? Because
Yes.
I know I need to bring you home.
Don't
so-
worry. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It seems that people don't realize the Baraki were based on fish and creatures, while the Mari
The Mari.
were hunters and explorers. Huki was the captain from Moby Dick. Do you agree that Captain Ahab is the basis for Huki?
No?
Is there like a
Like
whale he's
visual?
chasing?
He's got like his mask looks like a hat. So maybe that's where you're getting at. Like it's kind of like flat, like you can kind of see it as a hat. So
Okay.
maybe that's like a captain's hat? I don't know. Well, obviously the Baraki are based on fish. Like one of them's a shark. Like one of them is just straight up a shark. So like
Okay.
that's more clear. Like one of them's a crab. And like one of them is named Mantax and he looks like a manta ray. So like I mean those are clearly based on fish. But I don't know.
Okay. Do you think that LEGO should make a set that supports Ukraine? I know we agree that everyone should support Ukraine. Are there LEGO sets where proceeds are donated to particular causes? And if not, should LEGO?
Ooh, that's a good question, actually. I think it'd be nice if LEGO did that, but I think that as a company, they probably wouldn't.
Mhm.
The closest they got was making a set themed around around Pride Month, but like,
Mhm.
I don't even think they donated any proceeds of that. I think they just like, I think that was just a set. I don't think they donated anything.
Okay.
That set made, yeah.
So generally enthusiastic about the idea, but not expecting
Yeah.
Lego, a for-profit company, to go crazy with any particularly
Yeah.
Good things to do. Send in more questions, folks. We are very exciting. We're very excited to answer your questions.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Chris, could you tell us about the shelving units and your plans for both the top and the sides of them?
Like these?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, the top is going to feature a Lego city after I work through a massive backlog of videos that I want to film on the one time probably I'll ever have a wide open flat surface in my collection is probably going to be just this one time. And then I put the city on, then it's going to be unable to do anything with it. So filming a ton of videos on here, and then eventually I will put together a city before we reach 100,000 subscribers because I've promised a Lego city for 100K subs. So subscribe if you haven't already to see a massive Lego city on the space. And on the inside of the shelves, I am putting all the Super Mario sets, all of the Minecraft sets, and I'm going to leave the top row open in case I want to do anything more unique with my city going onto the top row of shelves. And the second row, the middle one, I don't know. Probably just more like city-related sets will go there that I can't fit on the top of the city.
Fantastic. Did Lego do something with Make-A-Wish, or was that Roblox?
Make-A-Wish Foundation is referenced by name in Ninjago Season 6. However, it was...
Wait, is that like a... Like, do they reference it in-universe? Or do
in
they...
universe.
So there was a Make-A-Wish Foundation, generally probably equivalent to the real Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yes.
In the Ninjago universe.
And somebody's wish was to meet the ninja, and that played a fairly integral part of the plot because they had to choose between defeating a villain or helping, like, meet a sick kid in the hospital, and they were, like, split on that.
Interesting.
I don't
Okay.
know if that was, like, licensed to Make-A-Wish, though.
Mhm.
I don't, like, it looked pretty off-brand when they showed it, so maybe that was just, like, the writers messing around. I don't know, yeah, They did do a bear. They did do little, like, bear polybag sets for Make-A-Wish. That is correct. I don't own any of them, but now that I think of it, they did do little sets, yes.
Someone asks about the time left on the stream. The stream is going to go for about another 8 minutes. So if you have any more questions, send them in now.
I may be streaming later on today, so do stay tuned for that. But as of right now, I gotta drive my friend Jake back home.
What? So I'm gonna take a couple of the questions that have been asked recently and try to put them into one general question.
Oh boy.
It seems like Lego has some sort of amount of time after which they'll start doing things based on
Did
tragedies.
people ask about tragedies?
So like the Titanic
Yes.
is a real set.
Yes.
That
Yes.
was a tragedy. That was awful.
Yes.
But they're noting that there are no like World War II sets, but there are pirate sets. So what do you think about the like 100 years ish
Let me put it this way.
tragedy?
I don't think
line?
Lego's ever going to make like a 9/11 set, if that's what you're curious about,
Yeah.
in like 100 years.
Yeah.
I don't think they would ever do that. They also would probably never do World War sets because Lego is very anti-war in general. And
But they do pirate sets and they do knights sets, right? Like they.
Yeah. You know, that's interesting. I mean, after 100 years, I don't know.
Do they have like a Revolutionary War set?
No.
Okay, no.
Oh no, they do have Revolutionary War minifigures.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
collectible minifigure series, we got Revolutionary War commanders and minifigures.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, so maybe then, if enough time has
So
passed.
yes, Revolutionary, but not Civil War.
Civil War. And,
Well, I mean, there are European countries.
yes, because of Western sets. We got a lot of Western sets.
like
that,
Cowboy. What do you mean Western sets?
that were like officers. I don't know if those were. They weren't strictly Civil War. Like
Okay. Okay.
they could have been inspired by outfits worn around the Civil War by
Mhm.
officers, but they weren't strictly that. Yeah.
Okay. The next question that we've got up is: do you like Brickomania?
Oh, I've heard of Brickmania. I honestly, I think it's interesting. They do these like realistic style tanks because Lego won't make it themselves. I think they fulfill a market niche. I've never been that interested in realistic warfare style builds in general, so not really my thing. But I definitely, their builds are good. I mean, undeniably, the builds that they make are good. And for folks who are interested in making dioramas for those, that's probably the best place to get tanks.
Okay. What's the current progress on this Technic helicopter? Give us a
Not
numerical or
we're like halfway through. Because there's 5 bags and I'm like halfway through bag 3.
yeah.
It's like if we're going by bags, half.
Do you think you're about halfway through just looking at it?
No, looking at I mean it tapers off in the back though, so a lot of the bulk went into the front.
Yeah.
I don't think visually I don't think I'm halfway through, but by bags I guess I might be maybe a little under halfway.
Okay. Will you be getting the new Ford GT Lego set that's coming out of March? If so, will you do a live build of it?
I don't think I can answer that question because of the Lego Ambassador Network, which might answer that question by not answering it.
Just because the oh no, we're not talking about. Oh yeah, okay. We're not going deeper into the violence and tragedy questions at the moment. What is your favorite Kanohi, both aesthetically and power-wise, ignoring rarity?
I'm surprised you were able to pronounce Kanohi correctly. Good job, Jake.
I mean, it's
Bionicles rubbing off on you.
I had Bionicles growing up.
You had Bionicles to the extent that you remember how to pronounce Kanohi?
No. I think I gave you Bionicle sets in 7th grade.
You certainly gave me Bionicle sets in 7th grade. Oh, of course. I mean, I got everyone to give me Bionicle sets. My favorite one visually is the Ignika, the Mask of Life. I like the design of it, how they factored in the Great Spirit Robot. In terms of power set, there are a lot of really cool ones. The Karzani's Kanohi Olisi Karzani is like the Bionicle equivalent of Satan, and his mass power is that he can project your worst like nightmares and fears into your mind and make you live them over and over again in an endless loop. That's a really powerful mask. Like he used that to great effect on many people, and I think that story-wise that was really interesting because it allowed the writers to be able to show like what are each character's greatest fears and like how would they break out of it. The Mask of Spirit, the Aiden, was really interesting because you could like transport your spirit outside of your body. The Trina was really cool. Mask of Reanimation because it just makes zombies, so that was a cool thing. I'm trying. What are the other cool ones? There were a lot of like really cool mask powers. Like I would have to really think, but like yeah, those are the interesting ones for me.
Okay, what is more painful, building a Lego Technic set or stepping on a Technic piece?
Building a Technic set isn't painful. It's fun. Stepping on a Technic piece, now that is painful depending on which way the pins are pointing.
Okay. Do you want a Lego meme line? I'm trying to imagine. Would that be a mosaic or would that be just like
just a giant like troll face? Oh, that's maybe outdated. Like what are the?
You can do like the guy turning away from girl with 3 minifigs.
Just
or 4
as
minifigs.
you could.
You
I
could
don't think of
prequel memes using current
Star Wars. So you could. Well,
Yeah.
Lego already does that with like the games. All the Star Wars games are just the prequel memes, like going crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like all the cutscenes,
Oh.
they just lean into the memes really hard.
Okay. Someone likes the good guys having necromantic powers. It's nice
Yes.
to see the heroes raising zombies. What do you think about necromancy?
Yeah, I'm
No.
actually an
What-
enthusiast. I do it like on occasion. I'm like, it's a hobby of mine. No, well, that was one of the coolest things because that was the Mask of Life testing Matoro to see if he could be worthy of such an immoral power and something that was considered like something a Toa should not use. That was why I really liked it because he had to use it in certain situations and he regretted it every time he used it, and the villain tricked him into using it a lot of times when he didn't need to. And that was really cool. I mean, that was a great character study for Matoro as a like person in the Bionicle world. So yeah, that's why I liked that's why I liked him having to use the Trina. It's a lot easier to make like a villain be making zombies, but for a hero to have to make zombies, especially if like people that he knows are dead and like have to use their bodies for certain ways, that was a cool writing thing.
Okay, that is going to be just about all for the stream. We're doing one more question and one more comment.
Okay.
Our last comment is that the Huki/Captain Ahab comparison was because the Toa of Stone was missing a hand, as was Captain Ahab.
Was that intentional though?
And the question from Chef is, what is more painful, taking a large Technic set apart or
Oh.
stepping on a Technic?
Taking it apart is way more pain. I would step on 1,000 Technic bricks rather than have to take one apart. I've had to in the past to wash them, and trust me, it is a bad time.
When do you have to wash a set?
When I buy it used and it's assembled and it's dusty. Well, I wash
Ah.
every set I buy that's used,
Okay.
because I want the experience of building it myself.
And do you do that in the dishwasher or in the washing machine?
Oh, hand wash each piece. It takes me hours.
Oh yeah, I was joking. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you, folks, for
Yeah.
tuning into the stream and asking questions.
You
Great.
want to come over here and say bye, Jake?
Yeah, let's say goodbye.
So this is it for right now. I may be back in about I'll say an hour, hour and a half, because it's to get to your house and back. Probably going to be doing some more Technic build streams. Thanks for helping me sort the pieces.
Absolutely.
And this was your first streaming experience.
This was my first streaming experience. It seemed to go pretty well. A very good set of Ninjago card games up front, and it was a lot of fun reading and answering questions with you.
Thanks for doing this, Jake. All right. So like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. Thanks so much, and bye for now.
Get to 100K, and the tour part 2 is gonna happen.
Yes.
And the Lego City. It's big stuff at 100K, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Subscribed.
Thank you all for being here.